Ever wondered how the ultra-wealthy manage to stay ahead, using strategies they rarely share? Let me take you inside the story of Maya, a smart, ambitious entrepreneur from a middle-class family. She built her business from scratch, worked 16-hour days, reinvested every dollar back in, and lived frugally. Everyone called her on her way to becoming rich. But then, something strange happened. She was invited to a high-profile networking retreat by accident. Yes, a clerical error. The room was filled with billionaires, hedge fund managers, and tech founders from the top 0.1% for 72 hours, she observed, quietly. No one noticed her much, and what she saw changed her life forever. They weren't talking about save more or invest in index funds. They were discussing trusts that pay their kids tax-free, how to own everything but control nothing, how to use debt as a wealth generator, and how to buy cash-flowing assets through shell entities. Maya realized she wasn't climbing a ladder. She was stuck in a building with a broken elevator while these people had private jets flying them past every obstacle. If you're ready to rewrite your financial story, hit that subscribe button. We're committed to guiding you towards a future of financial stability and success. Let's get started. Wealth hack number 1. Own nothing, control everything. The strategy of owning nothing, controlling everything, is a closely guarded secret. It encapsulates the principle where individuals minimize personal ownership of assets while maximizing control over them. This approach isn't just about financial savvy. It's a mindset shift towards leveraging resources without being burdened by direct ownership. Many people accumulate assets thinking they're building wealth, but they often end up constrained by maintenance costs, taxes, and market fluctuations. The rich, however, focus on controlling assets through strategic investments, trusts, and partnerships. This strategy shields them from personal liability and tax burdens, allowing for more agile financial maneuvering. Focus on control. Shift from ownership to control for financial agility and reduced risk. Utilize trusts, entities, and partnerships to safeguard assets and optimize tax efficiency. Ever wondered why the ultra-wealthy keep getting richer while the average person keeps treading water, even with a decent salary? Here's their dirty little secret. They use debt to buy assets, not their hard-earned income. Number 2. Buy assets through debt, not income. The rich use good debt, low interest, strategic loans to acquire cash-flowing assets like real estate, businesses, or stocks, while keeping their income free for reinvestment or living expenses. The Millionaire Fastlane by M.J. DeMarco. Wealth isn't about having money, it's about having freedom, and freedom comes from assets, not income. One of the biggest mistakes people make, using income to buy things that don't grow in value. This results in stress, limited scalability, and missed opportunities for wealth building. Barbara Corcoran, founder of the Corcoran Group. She started with a $1,000 loan and built a real estate empire. Instead of relying on her savings, she used borrowed money to flip properties and reinvest profits. Today, her net worth is over $100 million, and it all began with understanding how to leverage debt to build assets. The average person uses credit to buy liabilities, like a $40,000 car. The wealthy use credit to buy cash machines, like a $400,000 property. This is not about being reckless. It's about being strategic. Number 3. Turn expenses into business deductions. Here's a curious truth the top 0.1% quietly exploit. Many of their daily expenses look just like yours, except theirs are tax deductible. Most people work, earn, spend, and then get taxed. The wealthy? They earn, spend through their business, and then get taxed on what's left. That's a game changer. If you're spending $2,000 a month on things like rent, phone bills, gas, and subscriptions, and not running them through a legal business structure, you're burning $24,000 a year in post-tax dollars. Rich people avoid this mistake by turning their life into a business, legally. Set up an LLC, costs around $100, $500, track your expenses, and talk to a CPA about what qualifies. Imagine deducting a portion of your rent because your spare room is your podcast studio, or writing off that $150 dinner because it was a business meeting. Every dollar you deduct is a dollar saved, legally and powerfully. Here's a question the wealthy hope you never ask. What if you never had to depend on a bank again, because you became one yourself? Number 4. Infinite banking. Be your own bank. The top 0.1% quietly use a strategy called infinite banking, where they fund a high cash value whole life insurance policy, and then borrow against their own policy to finance investments, cars, even businesses. Instead of paying 8% interest to the bank, they pay it back to themselves with interest. Imagine this. You build up $200,000 in your policy, borrow $100,000 to buy a rental property, and your policy keeps growing as if the money was never touched. That's the beauty of uninterrupted compound interest. Most people, they save in a traditional savings account at 0.4% APY, let banks lend their money out at 8% and never realize they're funding the system instead of owning it. Start by speaking to a financial strategist about properly structured dividend-paying whole life insurance. It's not about life insurance. It's about liquidity, control, and tax advantages. Walt Disney, when no bank would fund Disneyland, he borrowed against his own life insurance policy. That initial loan turned into a $200 billion entertainment empire today. He didn't wait for approval. He banked on himself. Number 5. Own a piece. Don't just get paid. Why equity crushes salary. The top 0.1% rarely chase paychecks. They chase ownership. While the average American negotiates for a $5,000 raise, the wealthy negotiate for 5% equity. Why? Because salary caps your income, but equity gives you unlimited upside. Take this in. If you had worked at Amazon in 1997 and accepted $50,000 in stock instead of salary, you'd be sitting on over $50 million today. Equity multiplies wealth, while salaries just maintain survival. The wealthy focus on acquiring assets, stocks, startups, or revenue-sharing agreements that grow without their constant effort. Jan Koum, co-founder of WhatsApp, was once on food stamps. But instead of taking a salary when building WhatsApp, he focused on equity. In 2014, Facebook acquired WhatsApp for $19 billion, and Koum walked away with $7 billion. That's not salary money. That's ownership payoff. Salaries are for today. Equity is forever. An average worker earning $100K/year might make $3 million in 30 years, but one good equity deal could give you that in one exit. The rich know equity is the new salary, and it's how legacies are built. Here's what the top 0.1% won't tweet or teach. They look for bets where the downside is limited, but the upside is life-changing. Number 6. At small, win big. The wealth trick of asymmetric opportunities. Asymmetric opportunities are the secret playground of the ultra-wealthy. It means you risk $1,000 but have a shot at making $100,000. Most people invest like this, steady, safe, slow, putting all their savings into low-yield mutual funds or 401(k)s, hoping it'll grow over 30 years. Meanwhile, the wealthy scan for overlooked assets, startups, distressed properties, niche crypto projects, undervalued stocks, where the risk is minimal, but the potential return is exponential. In Principles by Ray Dalio, he explains that great investors always look for low-risk, high-reward asymmetries, and never just play it safe. Set aside a small portion of your portfolio, say 5 to 10%, for asymmetric plays. This could be investing $2,000 in a promising startup or buying an undervalued NFT when the market is down. Relatable example. In 2011, someone bought $100 worth of Bitcoin. By 2021, it was worth over $70 million. Peter Thiel, co-founder of PayPal, made a small $500,000 investment in Facebook in 2004. It turned into $1 billion. That's the definition of an asymmetric bet. Low input, massive return. And he's made a career of spotting such plays. Wealth is built not just by saving more, but by betting smarter. Asymmetric investing isn't gambling, it's strategic exposure to outsized upside. The 0.1% don't just earn more. They think differently, structure differently, and play a game most people don't even realize exists. Ask yourself, are you just making money or multiplying it? If even 2 of these wealth hacks blew your mind today, imagine what will happen when you actually apply them. Smash that like button, subscribe to Wealthy, and drop a comment below with your favorite wealth hack. Because when you learn the rules of the real game, you stop surviving and start compounding wealth like the elite. Our wealthy discussion will continue in the next video. Until then, keep building wealth.